Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm. This is going to be our most up-to-date patch. Well, for the month of July anyway. Today we're playing Chogall and things are different. But anyway, the team comps today are going to be Chogall, Leoric, Auriel, and Orphea versus the Lost Vikings, Anduin, Diablo, Imperius, and Zul'jin. So, their comp is super scary in comparison to our comp, but we'll get into that. Cho and Gall both received changes with this round of updates. All the tanks did, essentially, so Cho was bound to get some, and Gall, just by sheer presence of existence on top of Cho, is going to get some too. So we'll talk about those, see if anything changes. Personally, my build with this character isn't going to be a whole lot different. I think what Blizzard is trying to do is give him a little bit more build variance as far as Cho's concerned, but I think they buffed the insane shit out of Gall, which is a buff for Cho as well, right? You know what I'm saying? So as it stands right now, our build for Cho currently is going to be Consuming Fire at 1. It's going to be Seared Flesh at 4. We're going to be picking up, Firestarter at, no, not Firestarter, Enraged Regeneration at 7. 10 is going to be Upheaval. 13 is going to be Molten Block. 16 is Runed Gauntlet. And 20 is going to be Favor of the Old Gods. So unfortunate a little bit that we lost our Orphea there. That is going to be a single stack for our enemy Zul'jin. And this Vikings player is about, well, not a Vikings player. Not much of a Vikings player. The Q indicator that you're seeing on the screen is going to where my current mouse cursor is in the overlay, not in the game. So, just if you were wondering, I'm not aiming in weird places. That's just how it works when you're the observer in a replay. But let's talk about some of Cho's changes. So, right off the bat, at level 1, they gave Cho a brand new talent called Cho, a brand new talent called the Will of Cho. This used to be a level 20 talent, and it was kind of ridiculous that it was all the way up there because it was a stacking talent, but it was very hard to stack. But anyway, what it does now is every time that you kill a minion, you are going to get 1 stack. We get 1 armor for every 30 stacks up to a maximum of 10 armor. Every time that we get a takedown on a hero, we're going to get 10 stacks. So 3 hero kills is going to give us 1 armor. Auriel is dead. There's nothing that we can do to save her. She can't get herself out of there either. Just hoot and holler from the enemy team, you know. We do have about, well, there goes the entire level advantage. Enemy team's now up on XP, and that is where you do not want to be playing Chogall. To be perfectly honest with you, the Vikings are the best Chogall counter, and then comes Abathur, because the amount of soak that they can get while having a 4-man put pressure on Chogall's team is going to be the worst possible outcome. I don't particularly think this is the greatest Vikings player in the world or anything, but we're doing our best to work with what we've got. That being said, back into the changes. Will of Cho is, I've tested it. I don't have a whole lot of Gall players on my friends list, so I only get so much real exploration time when it comes to this character. But when I did play with the Will of Cho, it took me a very, very, very long time to stack up, and I think at the end of the game I still only had 9 armor. After a maximum of 10. Ouch. Double skewer. Focusing our Leo, who's going to be back very quick. We are gonna get a lot of damage out. Gall's just kind of free pooping it out here. Purple orbs going. Lots of damage from our Orphea as well. We're just trying to make... Oh, that was such a good whip from our Auriel to get the peel. Okay, we want to group up for the heal. Send out another ball. We might lose our Orphea, but I think we're going to get... Nope, she's hanging in there. That self-sustain is fucking insane. There it is. making it happen from the bushes. And we are going to get plenty of health back from our healer as well. Right, so I'm not going to talk about this talent too much more, but anyway, it's going to give you a lot of armor, because when you're using your Ogre Hide, you're already getting 25%, or you're already getting 25 armor. You stack anywhere from 5 to 10 extra armor on top of that. It's a pretty significant reduction in damage, just for as long as you have the ability active. And in my case, Chogall doesn't really like to use the damage one too often, because he's not super confident, so I like having lots of armor, but it's more of a preference. If you feel like you're going to be able to stack it, go for it. If you feel like it's going to be a rough game, I suggest more than anything consuming fire, because the additional healing that you are going to get from this, coupled with your level 4 talent and your level 7 talent, is going to be pretty fucking insane. Now, level 4, we are picking up Seared Flesh, and this has gotten a change. Not necessarily in what it does, but how it continues to function. So it used to be Seared Flesh would only give you additional attack damage when you punch the same target. Now, what they've done to it with this round of updates is changed it so you can punch multiple heroes and still get the increasing damage. So as long as you're punching heroic targets, your damage is going up until you punch either a non-heroic target or you punch nothing after 5 seconds? 5 seconds, yep. Oh, right, and just tidbit, when it comes to Chogall players, if you get inside the Dragon Knight or the Protector, Cho is going to get the abilities of the vehicle, and Gall is still going to be able to fling all of his own garbage out of the Protector or the Dragon, which is pretty cool. Basically, the Protector, in our case, should be a massive damage dealer. I still think it's probably better for us to be out of the Protector, but, you know, it's fine. We're getting kills. It's okay. We're just going to exit now, go in, see if we can get... well, we got the Anduin. I wanted the Zul'jin. I don't think... No, we're not going to get the Anduin either. Damn. We do lose a lot of our engage potential when we pick up the Protector, but we did get level 10 while that whole robot fiasco was going on, and we picked up our ultimate, Upheaval. We'll talk about that in a second. At level 7, I did pick up Enraged Regeneration, and this is just a passive bonus. Each time Cho hits an enemy with an ability, or basic attack, and enemy heroes, obviously, he's going to heal for 92 over 3 seconds. That's at level 11. So he's going to heal for almost 100 health over 3 seconds. And then enemies hit with Gall's Dread Orb, this thing here, the bouncy thing, are going to lose 35% of their healing. So, on top of us healing more, they are healing less. But the good thing about this is that the amount of healing that we can get from it, because we should be hitting multiple people with all of our abilities, because they're all AoE, and our repeated auto attacks, because that's what we want to do anyway. It's just going to mean lots and lots and lots of just consistent healing for Chogall. Just really a lot of healing. Which... maybe it is better to go for the Calloused Hide at level 1. 15% extra healing. I don't know why we went that direction. I have no idea why he uppercut up instead of down, which is super unfortunate, because we could have been done with this fucking camp the exact amount of time that we needed to be done with it, which is really real sad stuff. Ah, fuck. And I got stunned out of my punch. We didn't get shoved out of the apocalypse, so everything is scary right now. We need to stay alive because we count for 2 deaths. We're just dumping all the turrets because we don't want to give them to the enemy team, and that is just pure tragedy. Just, oh, he lives. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. That was totally calculated. We wanted to give the turrets away so they would have a fair chance, you know, a fighting chance against the Chogall comp. I'm a horrible liar. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, so 13 hasn't changed from when Cho existed previously. Molten Block, I think, is still the best one here, unless you were taking the Punch build, which I think is a pretty decent build for Chogall at this point, depending on the enemy team. Now, wouldn't play it in Diablo and Imperius, because, as you can see, we get a lot of fucking stuns. There's a lot of CC just fucking all of our shit up. And when you're playing that build, you do want to charge your Q quite a bit. Enemy team just kind of wants to keep fighting us, and I'm not really sure that they understand that they can't do that. So, here we are, blocking that route. I've been playing far too much Maiev recently, and her Vault of the Wardens has made it so that I'm just really in tuned with hitting my ice block, which is a fun feeling, let me tell you. Dodging big CC, oh, it's nice, it's nice. Now I just have to get good at sidestepping and actually not suck. Dodging the Apocalypse fucking Diablo up in the middle of his charge as well. I think that's some hyper luck on our side. Getting the full yoink through with the upheaval. Fantastic. Oh my god. The Eternal Feast almost catching the Entomb. And Orphea getting lots of AoE damage on top of us while we're just completely unabated because there's nothing the enemy team can do to stop us. Our healer looking like she's in a solo with the other healer, but you know what? We're going to have our ultimate back in just a second here because we did pick up, well, that was pretty lackluster, to be honest with you. But at 16, we've got Runed Gauntlet. This got buffed this patch. This used to only be 5% reduction on your auto attacks for your ult, but now it is 6%. So rather than 3 autos is 15% of the cooldown, 3 autos is now 18%. You know, I mean, it's good. It's good. It is a very incremental change. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it is significant, especially with the amount of punching that we can do with this build. It's only a 40-second cooldown on top of that, so what is 6% of 40? 10% would be 4, so it's like 3 seconds off of the ult with every punch. And that's not just heroes, that's everything. I mean, whatever you punch is going to get you cooldown reduction of 3 to 4 seconds. And it's not going to take very long to get that bad boy back. Trying to get the Zul'jin, he got stuck on the wall, but I'll take the Diablo, block all that shit with my Molten Block. Eternal Feast is only going to get so much for the Orphea, but we're just going to keep going. Well, we got shoved the wrong way, so that's okay. Our ultimate is now on a 15-second cooldown because of the number of auto attacks that we got in that exchange, which is fucking awesome. It's real good stuff. Jumping back in, we've got our Twisting Nether. Imperius going in while we've got the big Doom Circle next to us, but there is another upheaval to yoink him back. There's no way you're getting away now. Gotta give him another punch. We're probably gonna eat those swords. It's fine. I don't care. We've got so much healing, and our healer is also doing so much. Another 14 seconds to go on our ultimate. Let's get some more punches and get that bad boy back. Don't want to give the Zul'jin easy stacks. Diablo's trying to sneak his way around, which is also not going to happen. Anduin going for the yoink, and we're just going to counter yoink right back. It's just, don't save your teammate when they're clearly dead. Especially when you're in range of the death pull from Chogall. I mean, that felt good. I love killing Vikings. I really do. Looks like the Viking downstairs died to minions or the wall or whatever. Just sorry, Viking Slayer. It's okay. It's okay. Everything is just fine. Now, at level 20, we did lose the Will of Cho, and it was replaced with Fuel for the Flame. Now, I tried this talent out. I wasn't in love with it. Basic attacks against enemies cause them to explode, dealing 44 damage to them and 95 damage to nearby enemies. This damage is doubled against heroes. So our auto attacks are dealing an additional 100 damage and exploding for double that, right? Yeah. And that's doubled against heroes, so... Or no. It's dealing right around 100 damage to heroes, and then right around 200 damage to heroes around the heroes that you're punching. I don't know. I just don't feel like that's the greatest use of your 20, especially if you're picking up Favor of the Old Gods. Turning Upheaval into a root machine on top of the insane displacement that it already is absolutely fucking insane. I don't think this heroic gets enough. Oh my god, Anduin just shoved into the bathroom corner, getting Eternal feasted upon because our fat ass was just holding him there with our girth. It's so disgusting. Also, the skin is super gross. 12 nipple greed, Chogall. Are you on this bandwagon? Because it's good. It's good for his... Oh my god, just another upheaval. Just rude. We're just being completely rude to the enemy team at this point. I don't know why people don't pick Upheaval and then Rune Gauntlet. It's insane to my brain. This combo, the synergy between the two just seems absolutely fucking stratospherically broken. But who knows? Maybe it's just my singular preference as a Chogall player. I just like it. I like it a lot. Hour of Twilight, also insanely good. Decreasing your death timer by 50% at level 20 means you only have 30-second death timer once all those late game team fights are going, so it's not terrible. Yeah, it's not the worst thing. But like, that fucking root is nuts. Just, I can't. 2-second root on an AoE, that fucking huge on a 40-second cooldown normally, and then you just slap a couple people and turn it into a 15-second cooldown. I mean, just get out. Get out here. That's a 3-man skewer from the Imperius. That was really good. But, I yoinked him out of... I yoinked him out of the Entomb because I just wanted to make sure that my Gall could get the kill. Block the APOC here with our Molten Block, and then we're just going to keep running it down. They keep running in, trying to get to the back line somehow. You can't really run past Chogall. There's not a whole lot that's possible there. Just... no. But that's going to do it for the changes to Chogall for the build that I play. If you play the punch build, or your Q, which is Surging Fist, you are going to take Uppercut, which got changed to incorporate the level 7 talent that used to exist. But basically, when you hit someone with your Q now, you're going to reduce the cooldown to 5 seconds. You're going to do 5% of their max HP, down from 7, which was really good. And then at level 7, they changed this to... oh no, I wasn't done reading. They changed it to slow by 30% for 2.5 seconds, and then you get 15% move speed while charging Surging Fist, and 2.5 seconds after casting the ability. So, it's not horrible. Having move speed on a tank is obviously very important, but is it... yeah. Other talents at level 7 are going to do you better, I think. But if you're building specifically for Q, I mean, go for it. Take the Q at 4, take the Q at 7, take the Q... Probably take the Q at 16 also, and then take Hammer of Twilight, and then take the upgrade for Hammer of Twilight at 20, or the Explodey Punch thing at 20. The Q talent at 16, I can't remember what it's called, but it is basically when you Q in and you hit somebody, your attack speed shoots through the fucking roof, so you slap real hard, and if you have Explodey punches at 20, obviously you can see the synergy there. 13 is also going to be your Q talent, where you charge, when you are charging your Q, you heal. And that is going to replace your Molten Block, so you have to actually use your Q defensively and offensively. You got to be able to get your health back. It's a much more difficult build, but it's still fun, even though I think auto attacks and upheaval are the best way to play this character. Most efficient way to play this character. Anyway, there you have it. If you need the build, again, here it is one more time. It is going to be Consuming Fire, Seared Flesh, Enraged Regeneration, Upheaval, Molten Block, Runed Gauntlet, Favor of the Old Gods. And that is going to do it for Chogall today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Feel free to subscribe, like, do whatever YouTube things you really want to do. And I will be back tomorrow with some more goofy updated shit, see where we're at in this patch. I've got a lot to do because there was a lot of tank changes and a lot of good stuff. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.